Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Sarah Uncensored. I just want to first thank everyone who prayed over my son. I'm so sorry this podcast is a little late. We were in the hospital for a long time, but he is now completely recovered, and I give God all the glory for that. So let's get to business. Have you ever heard of rhythm? Can you explain to me what BioPsychoSocial means? Without looking at the definition. I had a hard time. Let's get into it. BioPsychoSocial model of medicine is a way of looking at the mind and body of a patient. Yes, you heard me, a patient, as two important systems that are interlinked. The biopsychosocial model is also a technical term for the popular concept of the mind and body connection. This is in contrast to the traditional biomedical model of medicine. You know, the one we're all familiar with, right? It is the application of knowledge from the biological and behavioral sciences to study or solve human problems. Now, if you got all that, do you believe that this type of human experimentation belongs in our public schools? I don't, but it's there. A family in Louisville ISD in Denton County, Texas, was investigated by CPS because of the app Rhythm. This app collects data that is saved to a dashboard, which triggers interventions. Were you aware of that? If your child uses social emotional learning programs or SEL, did you know that they included dashboards that could do this? Because I bet you didn't know that. Now, the first thing you'll see when you log in are a list of emoticons. After 3 days of expressing that this child was hungry in Louisville ISD, CPS was called and went to the child's home. The parents were shocked, and it turned out that the app asked the questions just before lunch period, so of course the little one responded with a hunger emoji. The data mining happened through the Rhythm app on school-issued iPads. Recently, Fort Worth ISD decided to finally let parents know about Rhythm and allow them to choose to opt in or out of these surveys. Rhythm was purchased by the district in 2020 when the company first began, but they didn't even start using the program that they forced taxpayers to pay for until August 2022. And on August 23rd, 2022, they renewed their contract for another year at the cost of $80,000. Now, Rhythm and Panorama, an app very similar to Rhythm, is being used in hundreds of districts across Texas and now the nation, and it is growing. And parents never gave consent for their children to participate in Rhythm, nor for Fort Worth ISD to share their children's data with Rhythm, nor the companies that Rhythm shared the data with. And yes, it has connections to China, in case you were wondering. There is no data that supports that Rhythm or SEL improves outcomes for children. None. Our children are currently the test subjects in this research project. Rhythm and every other district using these SEL apps are treating our children like guinea pigs, and all without parental consent. Once in the app, children must accept the terms of service and the privacy policy in order to even use the app, and only a child's legal guardian can legally accept these terms. The app specifically states this. However, unknowing teachers, or maybe teachers that just don't care, have been having children accept these terms. And guess what? That's illegal. Once children are in the app, they are asked the same 5 questions every single day and are to answer with one of 6 emojis. As all parents know, most children are not going to actually answer these questions honestly every single day. In fact, I interviewed several parents almost 2 years ago, and they told me that their high schoolers said they don't even read the questions. They just select an emoji and they move on. This is extremely problematic especially since the districts have admitted that they use the surveys for student interventions and CPS investigations. Rhythm provides additional services for SEL purveyors by collecting data and providing apps for classroom mental assessments on children. Social and emotional learning has become a huge business and an emerging profession. SEL is the vehicle for pushing radical sex curriculum and critical race theory into K through 12 classrooms. And if you thought Texas banned CRT, think again. They just renamed it. They're very good at that. Good teachers, and I do mean good teachers, have always built social skills into their classes. Helping children behave and work with each other is second nature to teaching. The real purpose of SEL programs is to psychologically manipulate a student's beliefs, values, and worldviews toward socialism. It has become a vehicle for the Marxist-based critical race theory to indoctrinate students. Taxpayers are paying for the academic education of children, not for mental assessments nor a mental health curriculum to illegally smuggle in left-wing ideology. And neither do taxpayers expect their dollars to provide a captive audience for big corporations to enrich themselves still further. This is a dangerous environment that seeks to change student worldviews and create mentally unstable children and train little revolutionaries. By Rhythm's own website, the app performs a biopsychosocial assessment. And by definition, BPS, BioPsychoSocial framework, is an approach that emphasizes the importance of a systemic view of the individual and an integration of biological, psychological, and sociocultural factors on human development and functioning. A BPS assessment is typically conducted by therapists and counselors at the beginning of therapy and assesses for biological, psychological, and social factors that can be contributing to a problem or problems with a client. It does not belong in a classroom. I've even received information that some children are being asked if they feel different from their natural born sex. Go figure. After parental concerns across the nation and the exposing of this app, Rhythm recently changed their website to say it's not a BPS app. However, nothing was changed about its surveys. They just don't want to tell parents about the BPS assessments being illegally performed on their children. Now you see it, and now you don't. After 13 months of consistently asking the Fort Worth district to simply follow the law and let parents know about Rhythm so they can decide what's best for their children, I'm happy to tell you that Rhythm is now opt-in only in Fort Worth. If the parent doesn't opt in into Rhythm assessments, they will not be given to their children. However, this is not the case in other districts. So now, yet again, now that we can see the problem, we need to fight to make sure that parents can opt in from the beginning, not be provided fake opt-outs once they discover their children are even using this program. And I highly suggest asking your school if they are using Rhythm or Panorama. I have never had to say BioPsychoSocial so many times in such a short amount of time. Do you have your own story? Do you have your own story about Panorama or Rhythm? I want to hear it. So I would like you to email me at sarah@txfreedomcoalition.com. Thank you so much for your support and love. Follow me on X at SarahIsCensored, and please follow Madbull, America_mad. Love y'all. Till next time. Mwah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my. I forgot to put on the hat. Hold on. No, apparently I'm supposed to wear it. No. Whatever. Okay, I love y'all. Bye.